Brunch gone wild, smiley face emoji, nervous sweat emoji. Last weekend, my family gathered at our house for what was supposed to be an ordinary Saturday brunch when my dad announced his bold plan to tackle the leaky kitchen faucet. Now, my dad is the kind of guy who once tried to fix the TV remote by changing the batteries in the smoke detector, so naturally, we were both intrigued and a bit anxious. Armed with a wrench, a roll of duct tape, and an online tutorial paused at an encouraging thumbnail, he seemed surprisingly confident as he approached the sink. We all gathered around, sipping our coffee, ready for what would surely be a riveting show of amateur plumbing. As Dad dove under the sink, muffled grunts and clanking sounds filled the room, creating an ambience of both suspense and comedic anticipation. Occasionally, he'd emerge to consult his tablet, leaving us whispering about whether or not we should prepare towels. The suspense was broken when a triumphant "aha!" echoed from beneath the counter, and a jet of water shot out, nearly grazing my aunt's hair. It was like Old Faithful had relocated to our kitchen, turning Brunch into a front row seat at the new indoor water park. Now, you might think the sensible thing would have been to call a professional at this point, but Dad was undeterred. With the aplomb of a man who had nothing left to lose but his dignity, he insisted he had a plan B. He wrapped the faucet in swathes of plastic wrap, claiming it was a makeshift splash guard. This only served to redirect the spray into a kaleidoscope of chaos, soaking everything within a 5-foot radius. By now, our brunch had turned into a soggy affair, with my cousin using toast as makeshift sponges, and we laughed until our sides hurt. Finally, as the water finally dribbled to a stop and the kitchen resembled a swamp more than a culinary space, Dad stood up, soaked but smiling, and declared the operation a success. My mom, with a grin that could only be described as sarcastically proud, handed him a mop, dubbing him the plumber of perplexity. Dad accepted the title with a chuckle and a shrug, saying, "Well, at least I didn't sink the idea." And just like that, our family brunch had found its punchline: one will be laughing about at every gathering from now on.